What is the real story of Oi? Punk. Imagine a scene on a busy street in Britain during the late 1970s. Young guys are hanging out, shouting to each other, and playing loud music. This is where Oi, punk started. It was not just about music but about real-life struggles. When punk rock first appeared, it was raw and energetic. But by 1977, some bands and fans felt it was becoming too fancy and artistic. They wanted to go back to the street energy and the roots of punk. They wanted music that talked about their everyday problems like unemployment, police harassment, and street fights. The sound of Oi came from bands like The Clash and The Ramones, who played fast, loud, and simple music. They mixed that with the rough attitude of British rock bands like the Rolling Stones and The Who. The result was a style that was direct and aggressive. Bands like Cock Sparrow, The Cockney Rejects, Angelic Upstarts, Slaughter and the Dogs, Screwdriver, The Lurkers, and Sham 69 led the way. Sham 69 became the most well-known band in the movement. The name Oi was given by a music writer named Gary Bushell. He used the word because it sounded like how working-class lads called out to each other on the street. Before that, people called this style street punk or reality punk. The name Oi fit perfectly because it was simple and blunt. It showed that the movement was about no pretense, no fancy art, just pure street energy. Oi brought together punks and skinheads. Both groups were mostly young working-class men. They faced problems like unemployment, police violence, and government rules. Their songs talked about real-life issues, not abstract politics. They sang about losing jobs, fighting police, football culture, and surviving on welfare. It was punk that focused on daily life, not revolution or complicated ideas. The main idea of Oi was working-class rebellion. Unlike the original punk, which wanted to change the world, Oi just wanted respect and better lives. The bands weren't trying to start revolutions. They sang about being poor, unemployed, and disrespected by authority. But things got complicated in the early 1980s. Some skinheads involved in Oi started joining far-right groups like the National Front and the British Movement. This caused trouble because some people thought Oi was racist or fascist. The media began to associate Oi with hate groups. The Daily Mail called Oi records evil, and some newspapers claimed it was full of racist and sexist attitudes. This was unfair to most bands and fans. Most of them were not racist or political extremists. Screwdriver was an exception. They later revealed far-right views, but their early music is still considered part of the original Oi sound. Many people still believe the myth that Oi is racist, but that's not true. The movement was about working-class pride and unity. The association with hate groups came from a few skinheads who joined far-right movements. The music itself was about real struggles and community, not hate. In the 1990s, Oi made a comeback, especially in America. Bands like Rancid, the Dropkick Murphys, and the Casualties played Oi-style music again. They kept the spirit of working-class life and street energy alive. The real story of Oi is about young people making music that spoke honestly about their lives. It was misunderstood and unfairly linked to hate groups. Oi was punk at its most basic, raw, loud, and about real struggles. It showed that punk could be simple and honest, a voice for working-class people fighting to survive.